check everything.
You live with the check.
Okay. God.
Yeah, both live.
Alright, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before we get started, as always, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Rakabadash.
Also, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all you brothers out there. And as you can see in the title, you know, Israelites are going to come in all colors, sizes, and shapes. All right, and the elder pops out here wanted me to go through this in class. All right, and it's all through the spirit because you had those bug outs. Where are they from? London, right? They started talking about how the 12 tribe chart time is off as well. Basically, they're on the BOI situation, black only Israelites. You know, breakdown. You know, they started naming. You know, this tribe's from Ghana. This tribe is from Nigeria. You know, so on and so forth. Whatever. But they were all so-called black. You know, countries.
Right.
You know, just that bug out bullshit, you know?
That bugged out Edomite bullshit.
Mm-hmm. All right. And that's not scriptural, all right?
You black Edomite niggers.
Exactly, man, you know? Look, you know, Israelites are going to... Can you get that? Because the brothers brought that out even in the scoff game about how we're going to be scattered amongst all people. Okay, can the brother get that Bible push out real quick?
Jeremiah 12:9.
Yeah, get that. Start off with that, and then get
Deuteronomy. Yeah, Deuteronomy. Yeah.
There's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 12, verse 9. Mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. Woo! The birds round about are against her.
And that word speckled means variegated when you look up that word.
Yep.
And variegated means multicolored.
Yeah.
All right? You see? Like, look at, especially out here, like, I don't know how it is elsewhere, but in Chicago, we have a lot of pigeons, right? And you have certain pigeons, they literally have purple, like, about their neck, blue, all right, gray. Well, some of them are, like, white, brownish, whatever, you know?
If I may, when the pigeon stretches out his feathers out, you see multicolor around the feathers and they're hidden, you know?
So the Lord's comparing us to these birds, man, okay? All right, so look, every Israelite's not going to come out looking like John Shaft. All right, Idris Elba.
Right.
Okay, Tyrese, Wesley Snipes. All right, not everyone's going to look like Mark Anthony. What's that dude's name? Bad Bunny. Okay, you see, you're going to have Israelites look like me. You got the brother Yeshaya out there this morning. All right, you know, he's got Moabite features. You see?
For me,
yep.
I look like Elam or Ishmael on certain days. You know what I'm saying? But I'm Ephraim, baby.
You know?
Man, like this brother here, he passed for a Jew like that. That's Ephraim.
And then, you know, you got, I know there's a brother out there, I think it's in Phoenix, man. He looks like and also in, I think it's Memphis, they look like straight up Edomites. They're you know, their people go back to, you know, whatever, let's just say, you know, German, French, whatever, right? I'm not sure those brothers' backgrounds, but they got blonde hair, blue eyes, green eyes, whatever, you know? So point being, though, is Israel's going to look like all nations.
Yeah,
you know?
it only makes sense. Yeah, I got something real quick. That's part of the curse. I'm reading curses. This is part of it. This Deuteronomy 28:64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even to the other.
Can I say this?
Yeah.
If we're scattered, right?
Yeah.
And we're around, you know, these heathen women, what are we doing? Twiddling our thumbs? You know, on downtime, we're just playing patty cake with these women.
Well, shit. The reason I brought this out. Reason I brought this out is another point I want to make in Ruth. You read Ruth. They was in the land of Moab. And when you read the story, what happened immediately? They dealt with the Moabite women, man.
Even Moses, right? He dealt with what other tribe of Ham? His wife was from? I forgot for some reason.
No.
Who she called? Do you remember?
Mizraim, yeah.
You know. So Jake's always been dealing with the heathen women.
Yeah, it makes it. Read Ruth, man. They was in the land of Moab. I forget why it was there, why Israel had to go there. But I had to read it again. But you read it, immediately they dealt with the Moabite women, man, when they was amongst them, man.
Oh.
All right. So that's what's going to happen. See, we scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And whatever land we were scattered in, we was going to deal with their women, follow their heathenistic customs and gods and all that. That was part of the curses, man.
And there's no new thing under the sun.
Yeah.
Right.
See, so I'm reading again. This Deuteronomy. Like, how hard is that to believe? But no, it's hard to believe for those who the Lord didn't open their mind to get it, bro.
Daniel.
Yeah.
None of the wicked shall understand.
That's it, bro. So this Deuteronomy 28:6-4, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth. I did a lesson a while ago. That was that Revelation 7 and 9. The Lord shall save everybody from all nations. No, those are Israelites. That's amongst these other heathen nations. That's part of the elect. That's who he's going to deliver, man. They're Israelites, man. Even if they look like the other nations, man, they are Israelites, man. Who part of the elect, who the Lord's going to deliver, man. So you can't use that, man. You fuck people that always want to include these other nations, man.
When you look up all those words, when it talks about nations, kindreds, and tongues,
yeah,
all those words go back into specific ethnicity. Like I think one of the words is ethnos.
Yeah.
You know, all right. You know, like I said, I think they are all three separate Greek words, but they all go back into your ethnicity, who you are as a person, your race, basically. Okay, it's not talking about the whole world. In this Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter backs it up because why? We've been scattered everywhere.
That's it.
That was a curse.
Yep, I'm finished reading. This Deuteronomy 20:64. I started over. It said, the Lord should scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth to the other. So Israel is scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, man. All right. Some of them look like the other nations, man. But their bloodline go back to Israelite. All right. So it says, from one end of the earth even to the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which either thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. Go like you say, they among these other heathen nations. They might look like the other heathen nations, and they serving the gods them heathen nations are serving, right along with the other heathen nations, man.
Kind of, if I can back you up. Hosea 7, chapter 7, verse 8. Ephraim, he hath mixed himself among the people. Ephraim is a cake not turned. So if you see a cake and you don't turn it, one side is going to be darker than the other.
Hey, brother, get up real quick, man. Get in the camera, man. This is an Ephraimite right here. This is a light-skinned Ephraimite.
Right. Well, if I'm in the Caribbean for 3 months, I become Levi real quick. I get dark. I get real dark.
You got two Ephraimites.
Yeah, Ephraim, which is so-called with so-called with the so-called Puerto Ricans, man.
Yeah.
You see me in the see. Those are two Ephraimites. One can pass for Southern Kingdom Judites. And this is where you say you do be mistaken from for Ishmael.
Ishmael or Elon, you know what I'm saying?
See, you see, there's one dude I knew. There's one dude I knew in school. He looked like a Judite, but he speaking Spanish. I was like, damn. He told me he's Puerto Rican.
Damn. There it is. I do. I have uncles that look like straight up Judah. And then I have uncles that have blue fucking eyes, man. Yeah. With a dirty blonde brown hair. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, so it's tribes. I knew a Simeonite, which is so-called Dominican. He looked like a Judite, man. And I used to work with him because I used to work in the school, in student activity. Him was cool, man. But he was Simeon. You mistaken from a Judite, man.
Yeah. And then you got what's that guy's name? Blake Griffin or something?
Yeah, Blake Griffin. Yeah.
And it's in the spirit. You said I used that picture. That's a thumbnail. So that damn nigga. And there's another rapper named Logic. Y'all know him.
Oh yeah.
He looks like a straight up Edomite. That's a damn Jake. And he has a child look even more like Edomite, man.
Yeah. Drake's kid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so there's all these examples, all right, that the Lord has out here, but you still got these black niggers, all right, still saying no. If you ain't, dark as fucking tar, you ain't Israelite.
Hey,
Fuck you.
hey, well, you know what? You mentioned Drake. And I read it. It said you should be amongst these nations serving what? Hey, his mom, so-called Amalekite. This nigga had a bar mitzvah for everything. This is a whole fucking Judite.
I got a really quick one for you. This is Psalms 106 and 35. And this is talking about Israel. This is going into history, okay? Psalms 106 and 35. But were mingled among the heathen and learned their works. That's to back you up.
Yeah.
He started learning the works of a Jewish man.
Yeah.
I got my bar mitzvah.
Yeah.
Okay? And then, well, let's just say, he did. He Drake got with the white woman. Well, let's just say he would, instead of, for lack of words, getting into the black culture, right? The rat demon. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say he started, I'm going to keep shaving. Like how when he first came out, he had that baby face looking like a creeper. All right, it's a lot, kid. But let's just say,
prove he's really a nigga, because Southern King look weird as hell without no damn facial hair. Without no facial hair. They just look weird and bugged out, bro.
He look like a pedophile.
Yeah, bro. Good way.
But say he gets his son like, all right, we're gonna cut your hair. We're gonna, you know what I'm saying? Train him up in the ways of, a fucking white kid. You know what I'm saying? His son will pass as a quote unquote white boy.
No, she calls. Show this to each one of the cameras. The Elder Malcolm posted this earlier. This is Lionel Richard's daughter. Like straight.
Used to hang out with
You
Pierce Hilton.
too late, brother. You too late, brother.
That's the one that used to hang out with Pierce Hilton.
Oh, this is another one.
Oh, it's another one.
Yeah, it's a different one.
Oh shit!
You know the Elder Malcolm posted.
I know.
He already
I
claimed
don't know
it.
their claims. I'm sorry. I tried.
Oh damn! Yeah, that's
First
first.
daughter?
Matter of fact, Elder, I claim.
Yeah, but Dr. tried to do that bullshit. There's certain claims. You know how you do, bro. There's certain claims. I claimed back 2009. You didn't know the truth in 2009. Just stop it, man. Just stop it.
We love you out here, baby.
But I got a precept.
Bring it out.
This Romans 8 and 16. The Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So it's not about color, man. All right? It's like we stand out like, okay, for instance, like Mataza, we definitely know this because we from that type of world. In the breaking scene, you can tell like these Koreans, most of them are Jakes, bro.
Yeah.
Just how they are. It's so much flavor, bro.
Absolutely.
But you do have them Koreans that will break, but they don't have no flavor. You know, like, nah, that's just eating. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no salt there.
Facts.
And then ultimately, man, Jake has an attachment to the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They got that zeal, but not according to knowledge.
Yeah.
Jake really believes in that higher power.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's why, because it talks about what it said. Read that one more time. So
Yes, sir.
what you read?
This Romans chapter 8, verse 16. It said the Spirit itself bears witness.
And here's the thing: the Spirit, all right, is this word. That's John 6 and 63. Okay.
Yep.
You see, and you see the Israelites. They have, like I said, an attachment to the Most High into this word, even if they don't know it. They'll respect the scriptures. Honor it. To a degree. Till the word starts coming out. And now all of a sudden, that demon,
Bring it out.
and it, fucking turn into Two-Face and shit. All right, you know what I'm saying? That demon comes out. The point being, though, is they have that respect and honor for the scriptures. All right, to a degree, man.
Hey, read this real quick. Brother,
Hey.
show me this.
It's the book of Romans chapter 2 and verse 14. It say, for when the Gentiles, which have not the law, do by nature the things contained in the law.
Because you got Jake, they might not know the law, statute, commandments of the Lord. Dietary. It be Jakes that don't eat pork. They just keep certain things in this book, not knowing, man.
Right.
They'll have a beard on their face.
Yeah.
And they're not doing it because they're trying to look cool. Because right now it's fashionable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They have a beard, and that's because the prophets. It's all through the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai. But the Lord used the prophets to make it fashionable.
Yeah.
Basically, because after the prophets started wearing their beards, right?
Uh-huh.
Who started wearing their beards soon after? All the rappers and athletes.
Yeah.
And that's why Jake wears it now.
Yeah, show you the damn fashion. I mean, I came to truth when Jake wasn't wearing beard. Jake was scoffing like it ain't shit. The same niggas years later, now they got a damn beard on their damn face.
They're the genuine demon on it.
Yeah.
All right, little pencil mustaches. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been talking, we're talking. All right, Times of War, you remember this shit? Fucking that Ephraim and fucking Manasseh demon, that Puerto Rican fucking Cuban demon, that pencil thin fucking beard, bro.
Come
Yeah, I'm guilty of that bullshit too.
Oh, shit.
Bro.
Damn.
We are.
You know, but that was fashionable in what, the early 2000s and stuff.
Right.
You know, but then the prophets came on the scene around what? I mean, we know that the elders were out there, but that started getting pushed when 07, 08, and then that's when if you look at it, watch all the rappers and all the athletes. That's when they started wearing their beards.
That's it, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I had this had the pimp strap. Had this Edomite chick. Her name was Lauren. She admired it. She'd come up. I worked in school. She'd come up, rub her face every damn time. The mom. Yeah, Monica as hell, but finish reading that, brother.
Shalak, I got it.
Okay.
Romans 2:14. For when the Gentiles which have not the law,
Them Gentiles talking about Israelites, man.
That's right.
Right. Hellenists.
Yeah, Hellenists, man. Because you are a Gentile, you're a stranger, you're a foreigner. If you're not following law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Shemel Shai.
That's right.
All right, go ahead, brother.
for when the Gentiles which have not the law do by nature the things contained in the law.
Because there's certain things Jake just keep, and they don't know. That's actually part of the law that you're supposed to do this. Man.
Right. I remember in the world, because I went to like Catholic school and all that bullshit. And every time we would go to the church, man, they'll sit there and make you go pray to like a statue and shit. Yeah. And that shit was off to me. I'm like, this shit fucking weird as hell. I felt like the spirits on them goddamn statues and shit felt very uncomfortable, and I just knew that shit was off, man. Yeah. I didn't know about worshiping idols and all that. I had no clue what the fuck that was, man.
Yeah, and you know, it's funny. I was when I was in church, going to church. The pastor actually read Revelations 21:3, where it says, how it go? It says the tabernacles with men. He actually read it, and that like hit a light bulb. Now I like jumped up. I'm looking around, in my mind like, why is the women around here?
Oh yeah, can I read it for you?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Revelation 21:3, and I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, "Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people."
Yeah, cause I heard that kind of triggered me, man.
Yeah.
And then I think I asked my mom. I think I asked her like, why is the women in church? He read that scripture. It's with men, bro.
Right,
why is the women in the church, women pastors and shit, man?
Yeah. They should be keepers at home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sitting at the crib.
Yeah,
and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them and be their God.
That's it. And that's part of the example of the Lord drawing out, man.
Yeah. Right.
I heard that like it like triggered something like
like bitch, what you doing here?
Right.
Shit.
And then I remember too in the churches. I'm in the churches, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm in church. It was like clock. I look at the clock like, get the hell out of here, man.
Yeah.
And then
we all did.
Yeah, that showed you wasn't even really into that shit. We deep down our spirit, we knew that was bullshit.
That was all.
And then if you with a woman, they want to stay like 2-3 services. You fall asleep by the first, second, third. Like you just not.
God. So you done with that, brother?
No, come on, I got a little bit left.
God.
Romans 2:14, for when the Gentiles which have not the law do by nature the things contained in the law, these having not the law are a law unto themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me. I
Oh,
was
what,
gonna
bro?
say, Moab ain't keeping the law.
God.
All right, this guy's cooking some dogs and is eating some goddamn fucking turtles.
Fucking isopod dinner.
Oh,
Yeah, isopod dinner.
Ooh.
Look it up.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, Ishmael fucking the goat. Trust me, I seen that bullshit.
Lord knows.
Okay, pause. You know,
Oh, I got something for
this is
you,
what
bro.
they're into, man.
I got something for you. This is Second Ezra 3:36. It says, "Thou shalt find that Israel by name hath kept thy precept, but not the heathen."
Read that again, somebody.
Right.
This is Second Ezra 3:36. But thou shalt find that Israel by name have kept thy precepts, but not the heathen.
Exactly. The heathens, they don't know the law, all right? Nor do they care about it. They're into their gods and their ideologies and philosophies and their ways. That's it. And the Lord said in the book of Sirach, it says that the Lord made the people diverse.
Yeah.
They had
Yeah.
diverse ways.
Yep.
Okay, so these nations are different from us.
He divided the nations, gave them their own language. Well, he said the Lord portions Israel.
All
You know?
right, the Lord deals with us and none else. Okay.
And it reminded me of that movie. What's that movie? Umbach. I think that's the name.
Oh,
Yeah, me and when Shah was still around, me and him and the brother Boom, we did a lesson on it. It was like somebody stole their Godhead. Then you got this bitch praying to the power, please God, give us back Umbach. This is a real power. Why his head get stolen?
He's away on vacation,
Yeah.
Please, God, give us
knocked out in his sleep.
But go ahead, Sly.
And this is Sirach 27:9. The birds will resort unto their light.
Yep.
So will truth return unto them that practice in her. All right, and one of the things you see with Jake, speckled bird, of course, you'll see, those speckled birds, they'll actually get with, Jake, the ones who look, dark skinned. You'll see Bruce Lee and all the guys around him to be,
Yeah.
black, so-called black. You'll see different fighters, and he'll be the one quote-unquote white guy in the group, but really he's Jake. You know what I'm saying? And it was like that growing up, man. You always had that Irish friend
Yeah.
who could hang with you in the corner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you always had the Italian friend or something. And it was Jake.
Yeah, because I remember Bruce Lee, if I'm not mistaken, his life story, in Hong Kong, he wouldn't get along with the Moabites. They used to get in trouble all the time with him. So that's why his father sent them to America.
And he enjoyed Hennessy.
Yeah.
And he was in Oakland, California.
Hey, check this out. Hey, what's that dude, Kurt Cobain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's damn Jake from Ireland, because he's telling the story. He's like, damn, man, I don't know where I'm from. And then he said he went to Ireland. He's like, damn, I feel like this is he's like I was showing he's a Jake nigga. He told me I felt real spiritual. I was over there and shit. And come to find his line, go back over there. There's a museum over there. Because I seen the video with his sister, his mom, and his daughters over there. They're all, the member, what they call it? Yeah, memorabilia, the shirt he wore, and it seemed like Teen Spirit music video and all that. And then it's like a tourist attraction, his house, because he stayed in a town called Aberdeen, Washington. This nigga had an old English, on his wall. That was his favorite drink. You ain't gonna tell me there ain't no nigga, bro.
Oh,
A lot of his contemporaries of that time, but they were rappers like Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, and them. They listened to Nirvana.
Man, I had friends in the world. They actually, when I first moved, they didn't listen to rock music or nothing, but they actually liked them because it was an old channel called The Box. and he's watching man, they were like, yeah, man, it's a cold ass song right here. Didn't listen to rock or nothing. It was fucking Nirvana.
It's crazy you say that because I usually end the night with Nirvana and Smell Like Teen Spirit. And all the chicks in there just know it. One day I was like, man, shit, I'm not gonna play this. I'm thinking it's gonna have people leave. Nope. They did the opposite. It turned up.
They got turned up.
I'm like, dang.
Yeah, man, I'm like reading his because I think his daughter got like some money, because that's her father, a certain amount of money. She spent all. Sounds like a nigga woman to me. Spent all the goddamn money.
Dang.
Of course.
Of course. I'm like, man, he's a niggas, man.
And speaking of you, I think you mentioned Irish and Ireland, House of Pain. Jumping
Oh,
around.
yeah,
Whole
absolutely.
group, bro. It's Jason.
Yeah.
Like the whole group. Oh, so like, it's okay. But yeah, that's still a popular song to this day, wherever you go, man. Where now you got Pitbull that remixed it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
You can't forget about him.
Justin Timberlake,
Yes. Tina Marie.
Bobby Caldwell.
Yeah, Pops told me he heard Tina Marie before he saw her.
Right.
And he thought it was a black woman.
I'm
Yeah.
like, when
I thought Bobby Caldwell was a
Madonna.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, a lot of them
Yes.
singers and stuff come from England and all that. I mean, they all fucking Jakes, man. What's that group? The Apostle Bob. He did a video on it. What's the Peach Mode?
Depeche Mode.
The
Oh,
Depeche Mode.
Depeche Mode.
The
Yeah.
Peach Mode. The other guy with the blonde curly hair. He
Yeah.
says his father was a damn Judite from the Americas.
Oh,
he
shit.
was in fucking military wherever, probably in
Yeah.
Europe or something. A guy with an Edomite, or she probably Spreckelberg too, and had him. He looked like an Edomite,
Yeah.
but his father a whole goddamn Negro.
Sure that we pop and pretzel up these other nations, man. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I used to bump Depeche Mode growing up.
Yeah,
man.
the Depeche Mode, yeah.
Yeah.
No, they got a whole genre called Blue Eyed Soul.
Look at
Literally,
that.
man, it's
Look
a
at
whole-
that.
Man, you mentioned Bobby Caldwell. You have Hall and Oates.
Oh.
Yep.
Hey
I'm
man,
listening.
you fucking what's that dude's name? That super flaming thing.
Oh, Boy George,
You got him.
Elton John.
Elton John.
Elton John,
All
yeah,
right.
Boy
Oh,
George
yeah,
too.
John,
Yeah, Boy George too. I think he's from Ireland too. Boy George, yeah, he's a whole flaming faggot, but he's a damn nigga, bro.
Yeah. Boy. Did you finish? Oh,
Yeah, that was
okay, fine. Yeah.
Yeah,
Start
this-
going around.
This the book of Acts, chapter 2, verse 5. And there were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews, devout men
Yup.
out of every nation.
What?
And
What? Say that part again?
And there were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews.
So specified that they were Jews too, okay?
Yep.
All right, Israelites.
Listen.
Devout men out of every nation.
Woo!
under heaven.
Every nation.
We've
Keep
been
going.
scattered.
Yep.
Go ahead.
It says, now when this was noised abroad, the multitude came together and were confounded,
Mm.
because that every man heard them speak in his own language.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes. Miracle happened basically. Keep going.
It says, verse 7, and they were all amazed and marveled, saying one to another, behold, are not all these which speak Galileans?
Keep going.
And how hear we every man in our own tongue, wherein we were born, wherein we were born?
Yep.
Parthians and Medes and
Because all these lands, they have a different dialect, different, speech.
Yep.
Okay, so read it slow.
Acts 2 and 9, Parthians
Parthians,
and Medes
Medes,
and Elamites,
and Elamites.
and the dwellers in Mesopotamia.
So all these different lands, all right? Some are north of Israel. Some are going to be east, west, south. Okay? Keep reading.
And in Judea
Mm-hmm.
and Cappadocia and Pontus and Asia and Phrygia and Pamphylia and in Egypt and in the parts of Libya and Cyrene and strangers of Rome, Jews and proselytes.
All right, so you had Israelites that came from everywhere, all these different lands, and even the homeland. Okay, but it specified that they were all Jews, basically Israelites. You see, so those Gentiles, that's spoken, about in basically the New Testament, for the most part, is going to be talking about Israelites that became Gentiles because they practiced and learned the works of the heathens, as we read in Psalms 106. Okay, they like how now we're all what, according to this world, Americans. We're Americanized. You see, all right.
And we was all once in the Gentile state of mind, following these other heathen gods and all of that. But the Lord woke us up to the truth. And we put that away, man.
And even the apostle Paul, he said that he mentioned that he's an Israelite, but he said that he's a Roman, man.
Yep.
Okay, that's it. And then even you start getting even more specific. We're Americans, but I think this would be the term Illinoisans. And then they call us what? And then Chicagoans.
Yeah,
all right.
More specific.
You see?
Yeah.
Paul was mistaken for an Egyptian and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show you he had some type of pigment.
Oh yeah.
It was dark.
Yeah.
Just like Moses. Yeah.
So him being an Edomite, what are you talking about?
That's far fetched.
Far fetched.
You gotta prove that shit.
Yeah, you talking about King David being Edomite. But what was Absalom? What about his son when his hair got caught in the branch? He had stringy dog hair like Edomite. No, that shit just go through like fucking butter.
Oh yeah, that branch. It would have gone through that.
So he had to have an afro for the shit to get caught.
Yeah, thick nappy hair.
Yeah.
Bring it out.
To bring it out. This is Acts 21:17. It says, and when we were come to Jerusalem, the brethren received us gladly. And the day following, Paul went in with us unto James, and all the elders were present. Verse 19, it says, and when they had saluted them, he declared particularly what things Yahweh have wrought among the Gentiles by his ministry. Right? So right there it says Gentiles. Now keep that in mind. Verse 20, it says, and when they heard it, they glorified Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, and said unto him, thou seest, brother, how many thousands of Jews there are which believe and are zealous of the laws. You see, so in verse 19 it calls them Gentiles, but in 20 it specifies that these are Jews, right? That are zealous of the law. Now verse 21, and they are informed of thee that thou teachest all the Jews which are among the Gentiles to forsake Moses, saying that they ought not to circumcise their children, neither to walk after their customs. You see, so verse 19, it calls them Gentiles, but in verse 20 and 21, it calls them Jews, and it says that they're Jews among the Gentiles, man.
Ooh.
So it wasn't actual Gentiles. It was Israelites that were scattered among the Gentiles, just like it says in John 7:35, if I'm not mistaken. It says, where is he gonna go? Is he gonna go amongst the dispersed among the Gentiles?
Yep.
So every time you see and read scriptures where it talks about Gentiles, quote unquote, being saved, it's talking about Israelites.
Right. Don't read it for face value. Remember, the scriptures were originally written in Hebrew. Right. If I can back you up.
Greek as well.
Well, yeah, the Hebrew and the Greek. Even the New Testament was written in Hebrew because Matthew, Mark, and Luke, they didn't speak anything but Hebrew. So it was all written in Hebrew and then translated to the Greek and then to the English.
That's why when we were in class, we said, that brothers need to be looking up words, man.
Absolutely.
You have to look up words.
Not only that, continue the things that thou was taught. The apostles and others of Great Millstone has taught us to go into these words, man. All right, continue in that routine.
But I'll say this too, because I'll say this. Some of those definitions, there's going to be, multiple meanings, right?
Yep.
Yeah. You have to have the spirit. You have to discern properly. Like, all right, you know what? Definition B is what I need right now. Not A and C and D.
Yeah.
It's going to be B right now.
Yeah.
Or it might be D, A, whatever. For the situation.
Yeah,
Just to make a side note.
Yeah, the Lord got you the spirit, the ability to comprehend.
Right.
Yeah.
And as the apostles said, to take the meat off the bones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To be able to discern these things. And that's why you have to pray for discernment. You see?
And if you don't know, ask. We were
Absolutely.
talking about that earlier too.
Absolutely.
You don't want to just be getting out,
Winging
it. You don't want to wing it, give out these false, answers, because the Lord can judge you for that.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
So we mentioned that in class, to brothers, hey, because the scriptures say if you don't have an answer, you got to keep your
Cover
mouth
your mouth.
covered.
Your mouth,
All right.
yeah, like you said, yeah, man. And prayer. Hey, the scripture you always like to bring out. Pray the Lord direct our way in truth.
Oh, Sirach 37:15. Absolutely. Yep. Because the Lord will guide you, man. You got to ask Him. You know what I'm saying? Importunity. Constantly beg. Knock on His door. You know what I'm saying? Sup with Him for these things. And He'll give it to you liberally, as the scripture says. All these things are written. You know? You just need to apply. But there's Tobit 13:3 to back up Shakal. Confess Him before the Gentiles, ye children of Israel, for He hath scattered us among them.
Damn.
You see? So the Israelites are scattered among the heathens, man. The heathen means the other nations. That's what Gentile means. Remember, we broke the laws, the statutes, and the commandments. So the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, kicked us out from our homeland, Israel, Yasharallah. And that's why we're scared among the other heathens, man, but among the other nations. And over time, popping their women, all right, our children eventually are going to look like these other nations,
Yeah.
man.
Sometimes it's first generation.
Like Blake Griffin and his son, you know what I'm saying? With the white woman.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Sometimes first generation.
Yes, sir. That's right.
All white.
All
Oh,
white.
oh.
All white. Big boy white. You know what I'm saying?
All.
That Paul. Yes,
I
sir.
said it in
There
all.
it is.
Yeah,
Look it up for yourself, brothers.
Oh shit.
yeah.
Fuck me up.
Yeah.
This as you read, because there's another scripture, Matthew would say, somebody how Shai said we go to disperse among the Gentiles
yeah.
to teach the Gentiles,
Right.
showing you that you have Israelites can be Gentiles too. When you have time to read Gentiles, they ain't talking about all the time the other heathen nations, man. All right, so I had let me see,
John.
yeah, John, yes, John, I think John 7:35.
I got it right up.
God, go ahead, go ahead, read, brother.
It's John 7:35. Then said the Jews among themselves, whither will he go, that we should not find him? Will he go into disperse among the Gentiles and teach the Gentiles?
Yeah, then some of those that once in a Gentile state of mind, they came out of that, man. Like brothers in the room, we was all once in a Gentile state of mind, man. If I had some,
Can you read it in the NLT? I believe it's the NLT.
I got it right up.
Because that one, man,
Yeah,
I love the
say
King
that,
James version. I'm old fashioned,
yeah,
right? But I think it's the NLT that's just like a
Well, you-
direct dagger, man.
well, you know what Esau will make these other translations to confuse you. You make these other translations, it cut your ass more than the King James, man.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Bring it out. Read.
So you can't do nothing against the truth before it. That's just
Right.
what I'm saying. We go ahead, brother.
No, this is John 7:35 in NLT. It says the Jewish leaders were puzzled by this statement. Where is he planning to go? They asked. Is he thinking of leaving the country and going to the Jews in other lands?
The Jews in other lands. Keep going.
Maybe he will even teach the Greeks.
All right. And that's talking about the Israelites, okay, who were Hellenized, man. Who had that Greek state of mind. They were Greek.
Yeah.
All right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They were in the fucking Greek. All right. Lifting weights,
Right.
butt naked. That's where I said it. All right. Because that's what Gymnos goes.
Yeah.
You know, it goes back to
Yeah.
being butt naked, fucking hitting them weights, man, like Arnold.
Yeah, like you mentioned Timothy's father being a Greek. Was he actual Greek? No. Timothy was Israelite, his father was too. He just following them what's the Greek way of life, man. That's all that meant. But I had this
No, I have another precept.
Okay.
well what'd you have, brother?
I have First Maccabees 1:10.
Go ahead and read that.
First Maccabees 1:10, it says that there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus the king, who had been in hostage at Rome, and he had reigned in the 137th year of the king of the Greeks.
Yeah, you made it. This Antiochus guy, he's making laws and stuff, keep making Jakes not follow the ways of the Lord anymore, man. Forcing them, man, and that's what Esau's doing today, man.
Yeah.
It says,
You gotta accept the alphabet community.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
You know, BLM.
Yeah.
What else, man?
Pedophilia?
Israel.
Yeah, done.
Yeah, there's all.
You know,
Right.
you gotta love all these things.
Yeah, or they call themselves Israelite. Nah, you're a terrorist now, because you want to be who you really are.
Exactly.
Fucking crazy.
That's
You're in a cult. That's what they'll tell you. You're in a cult.
Yeah.
Why don't you call these Christians, why don't you say they're in a cult?
Well, you know
But
what?
these Muslims.
Yeah, you know what? They go
They
back
don't say
to
anything about them, though.
yeah, they go back to Esau. He just a goddamn nut job, man.
Oh.
This dude just want to be. He just delusional. Oh man, too much disinformation. And you know deep down it's the truth, man. But you just want to be a delusional bitch.
Yeah.
You know, that's all that is, bro.
Bitch tendencies.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
God says, verse 11, in those days went there out of Israel wicked men
Woo, wicked men.
who
All
persuaded
right, your Al Sharptons.
oh yeah.
Okay, your TD Jakes.
Jesse James.
LeBron.
Oh, Jackson.
Jordan. Shaq. That bald head.
Charles Broccoli.
Oh, not that. You got that bald fucking head. That shit activates demons, man.
Yeah, that dude.
And booty face.
Oh!
That dude definitely.
And all of those guys, coincidentally, are in Greek fraternities.
God,
Yeah.
they were in the Greek, bro.
Obeas, right?
Some of them are. Some of them are. Well, that's
Some shit like
And
that.
the fake cancers leaving the people is strange too, man.
Go ahead,
Shit.
Shemai.
IUAC.
God says, First Maccabees 1:11, in those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are around the
These
God.
the same niggas coming back.
Yup.
Doing the same
Oh,
shit. Go ahead.
It says, for since we departed from them,
That's who they fathers are. The same niggas come back doing the same shit they did in the past.
right.
Go ahead.
It says, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
Mm.
So this device pleased them well.
So they said, hell the Lord. They said, fuck the Lord chastening. I'm gonna serve the heathen, man.
It says, then
I can
suddenly,
get a condo.
Yeah,
Don't you remember the leaks
I got a form made.
and melons?
yeah. Hey, can you read?
Designer.
Right. Can you read Jeremiah?
That's modern day, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
modern day terms, bro.
Yeah.
Imagery.
Yeah, can you read Jeremiah? It says, we serve the Lord. We had one of all things. So we're gonna serve the Queen of Heaven.
Right.
Soft ass little
Just a
biatch.
ball here, brother.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's just a bald head, brother.
It's just a pork chop, brother.
Like the brother Mathia, he texted me. He said Elder Malcolm said read John 7:35 in the NLT.
Damn, let's
We-
do
we
it.
just
Let's
got-
do it.
Hey, read.
No, we just read.
Read it again.
Read it out.
Bring it out.
Read.
This is John 7:35.
I knew he was watching. Go
In
ahead.
the NLT. I don't know why I had it pulled. Well, that's why.
The Jewish
The
leaders.
Jewish leaders were puzzled by this statement. Where is he planning to go? They asked. Is he thinking of leaving the country and going to the Jews in other lands?
The Jews in other lands. Yup.
Maybe he will even teach the Greeks. What does he mean when he says you will search for me but cannot find me?
The
And
Greeks
you
are
cannot,
talking about Israelites. You know? They're following the Greek way of life, the Greek customs, boy.
Right.
What does he mean when he says you will search for me and not find me, and you cannot go where I'm going?
You know, in that verse 35, real quick, John 7:35, if you hit the FN, the footnotes, it says, or the Jews who live among the Greeks. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh. And remember the top. Ooh.
We
gotta run to the
league. He would run around the,
Then we ran around the block and shit, man.
yeah. That shit was bugged out.
Yeah.
I got a free
That
That's old school.
dude was too damn animated, man. Go ahead, bro.
Did you finish that?
nah, it's a lot of
Yeah,
that.
keep
Oh, sock it. Go ahead, sock it.
It's First Maccabees 1 and verse verse 13 says, then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen. Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem, according to the custom of the heathen.
Niggas is in the Greek.
They were in the Greek.
The
The Greek. Yeah, a lot of them statues. Those are Jake. Them naked statues showing they fucking dick and shit.
Yeah.
Those are fucking niggas, man.
Yeah.
Holy shit, bro. They're all oiled. They had to be oiled up too, bro.
Oh, you know you're oiled up.
Hey,
They got the same shit in the back with
Hey.
WWE.
hey, remember that what's that movie? Ladies Man.
Oh,
that dude, that dude was wicked as hell. He dealing with other people, men's, women. Shit, that's some wicked shit, man. He had the Will Ferrell's character try to put oil on. He's like, man, like, you clearly gay. You tried to oil me up. That's not cool.
Yeah, I remember that. Damn.
It says,
Go ahead, bro.
First Maccabees 1:15, and made themselves uncircumcised, and forsook the holy covenant, and joined themselves to the heathen, and were sold to do mischief. So you have Israelites; they were putting their foreskins back on, their lives, man, to ultimately be a part of the Greek. And this, I did research on it a little minute ago. I forgot the actual term of it, but they would sew the foreskin back on it. You know, they walk around butt naked. You know, like going back to the gym. You know, gym knows. You know, that's what Jake was doing, and Jake ultimately became Greek. They were following Greekish fashions. You know, and Antiochus made it ultimately against the law for you to follow the customs of being an Israelite. Right. This First Maccabees 1 and verse 41. It says, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to the whole kingdom that all should be one people, and everyone shall leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king.
Yeah, and they're doing that now, man. Okay. You know, Esau is basically telling the world, look, you got to follow the WEF, okay? You know, the EU, WHO, all these different organizations, right? You have to follow this. If not, you're going to get penalized, right? And all of a sudden, you get sanctions. Okay, all of a sudden, you have mysterious illnesses happening in your country, bombings in your country, or rebel groups, right? That's what starts happening, you know? If you don't follow what I have in place.
Yeah. So,
you know?
Especially you Israelites, man.
Yeah.
You can't be, because ultimately it goes back to this. Read this real quick, Judah 11 and 10. It says, therefore, O Lord and governor, reject not his word, but lay up in thy heart, for it is true. For our nation shall not be punished, neither can the sword prevail against them, except they sin against their power. So that's the whole point. Keep you going off against your power, so keep their kingdom going, man. Because once you, that's why you're a threat. You return unto your power and putting off the wicked things the Lord don't like, man. And Esau has a problem with that.
Well,
So that put his rulership in jeopardy. So now the Lord is going to hear you. You got the name. Now the Lord's going to hear you again and deliver you out of his hands. So that's a big problem with this fucking devil, man.
Yeah, it tells you in Isaiah 59 is that you become afraid.
Yeah.
When you turn away from
Depart from evil. Yeah.
Depart from evil.
Yeah. The reason why, because now the Lord going to deliver you. Depart from evil. The Lord going to deliver you out of this damn devil's hand. That's why it's a problem serving your power. That's why it's a problem you calling yourself Israelite who you really are. That's why that's a problem. He wants you to continue going off. Like, no, man, you supposed to be wild. I told you, you supposed to be the clone Tyrone. You supposed to be the damn nigga entertainer and all that, man.
Yep. But there's a real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Elder Malcolm, Elder Malcolm posted Acts chapter 6, verse 1. And in those days, when the number of the disciples was multiplied, there arose a murmuring of the Grecians against the Hebrews, because their widows were neglected in the daily ministration. You know, I think in the NLT, and on the NIV, it changes. Let me get that real quick, just to.
But in the Greek, or in the Greek, I believe for Grecians, is Hellenistas.
Well, that's why in NIV, if I may, Acts chapter 6, verse 1, in those days when the number of disciples was increasing, the Hellenistic Jews among them complained against the Hebraic Jews because their widows were being overlooked in daily distribution of food. You see?
Those Jews that were basically,
or those Grecians.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Sorry.
Those Jews that were in Greece, that practiced those customs. All right. You see, they were pissed, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just reference.
Was it more than that Shema?
Yeah, this is more.
Thank you, Elder Malcolm.
This first Maccabees 1:43.
Is that the one that's a Greek speaking Jew? Is that what the definition for Hellenist is? Again, can you look it up real quick?
Yeah.
I forget the little technicalities.
Yeah, it is Hellenist.
Yeah, a Greek speaking Jew, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's why we said earlier, you got to look up these words, man.
Yeah.
It's very key in understanding the Bible.
Yeah, because what was the scripture originally written in? Hebrew, then Greek, then Latin, man. All right. And then they translated. So to get the true understanding, you got to go back to the original language written in.
Well, the Lord said, these things are written in parables for you, but it's not given to them. So you got to go deep, man. It's a puzzle you got to put together.
Well, the Lord did it for a reason.
Yep.
Yeah. Right. For not everybody can get it. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't want everyone to get it. Like you brought out earlier, Sirach 27:9. The birds will resort unto their like, so will truth return unto them that practice in it. You see? So this word is always, gone to the elect, man. All right. Remember, I think it's Malachi, the book was written to them.
Yeah.
That spoke often to each other.
Well, when I say this, it's only for elect anyway.
Yeah,
of course, I'm not talking about the 2/3 because it's not meant for them. Of course not.
Right.
When I say that, it's only for the elect.
But to clarify for those new listeners, listening and learning, you see, it's all about the nation of Israel. That's it.
Yeah.
Nobody else, man.
As it always has been.
Yeah, the Lord doesn't change. He set us above all nations. That's why He gave us these laws, these statutes, and these commandments, man. That's what sets us apart from these other people. These other people are brute beasts. But we have the laws, statutes, and commandments, and we're near unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushua because so.
The Lord said He only dealt with small sanctuary.
That's
He
it.
always did that too, man. He always dealt with a small number of people, man.
Yeah.
That's why even when you're starting off in the New Testament, you have to wonder why is it Matthew, Mark, and Luke? Those names are all Latin names. All right, why is it Corinth, Thessalonica? Those are all those are Greek.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to ask yourself, if this is about the Israelites and they speak Hebrew, what was the change? What happened?
Yeah.
Because I got a quick precept. This is Nehemiah 13:24. This is the Old Testament, of course. It says, "And the children spake half in the speech of Ashdod, and could not speak in the Jews' language." Right? These are so-called These are so-called children of Judah, Benjamin, or Levi. But according to the language of each people. And I contended with them and cursed them and smote certain of them.
So they lost their language, Hebrew, just like we did.
Right.
Now we speak, in this time, now we speak in English, Spanish, and all that. Those who conquered us, man. Go ahead.
And smote certain of them and plucked off their hair and made them swear by the Most High, saying, "Ye shall not give your daughters unto their sons, nor take their daughters unto your sons or for yourselves." Right. So it was even that the children was.
That don't mean that we couldn't deal with them. Man. For you simpletons, go ahead, brother.
Right. So just
to make a point, our daughters aren't supposed to deal with the heathen men. Period.
Right.
That's right. All right.
Oh no, what is that? I'm talking about the women.
Yeah, it's both. It mentions both.
Oh, kind of, yeah, but the women, yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to make
Oh no, you good, bro. Yeah, you good. You're right, man. Because guess what? The seed is according to the Father, man.
That's right. All day.
So you women deal with the heathen men, you pretty much gonna erase Israel, man.
You're gonna bring forth their children.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. But the point of extraction, I brought this out was they didn't even know their own language and they were smitten for that. So you really think we're supposed to come to this other nation which put us into slavery and just completely try to, blend and become one with them? All right, especially knowing that you're gonna have a lower status and they always gonna be on top. The Lord never meant that.
Right.
Yeah, I got one. Shemaiah, you know that?
Oh, yeah, I got one.
There's still more.
Now this First Maccabees 1:43 says, yea, many also of the Israelites consulted to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. For the king has sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah that they should follow the strange laws of the land and forbid burnt offerings.
Well, that makes you a Gentile following the strange. What does it say? The strange.
It says the strange laws of the land.
Yeah, which these other heathen nations. Shit.
That's Psalms 106.
Yeah.
Learning the ways of the heathen,
Yeah.
or the works of the heathens. All right, these strange sacrifices, these strange laws.
Yeah, that makes you a Gentile.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
It says, and forbid burnt offerings, so they couldn't do any more offerings.
Yeah, that's Antiochus bitch ass forcing that on Israel. They can't keep their custom no more. You gotta keep ours.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So this is ultimately how Jake became Greek. This is a very important history in Israel. Because that's why I said there is no difference between the Jew nor the Greek. Because you're all one. Right? Because you're just an Israelite speaking Greek.
Yeah, I got something for you real quick. This is 1 Corinthians 12:1. Now concerning spiritual gifts, brethren, I will not have you ignorant. For ye know that ye were Gentiles. It's talking about the Israelites.
Yep.
Ye were Gentiles carried away because they once Gentiles and they woke up to who they really were. All right.
Yeah, it's like, it's not talking about a bloodline, because the thing is, once you have a bloodline, you can't change that bloodline. So that was telling you like you following the customs.
Yeah.
So it's like you were Gentiles.
That's it. Carried away unto these dumb idols, even as ye were led, man. All right.
Customs of the heathen, man.
That's it. So.
And get back up Shemaiah real quick. This is First Maccabees 12:21. It is found in writing that the Lacedaemonians, which are Greeks, and Jews are brethren, and they are of the stock of Abraham. Just to show you that those, the backup how the Greeks and the Jews were the same people.
Yeah.
Simple, man. And once you, in order to know the mystery, you have to know the history.
Absolutely.
If you don't know the history, you're through. And that's why they took out the Apocrypha.
Yep.
That's the main reason why they took these specific books out, because there's once you read the Apocrypha, then you start linking things up.
Yeah, the Apocrypha get straight to the point. You mention names and all that, man.
Right. And you understand the Hellenization of the Israelites becoming like the Greeks.
Yeah, even called out Alexander the Greek.
By name.
First
Maccabees, the first chapter, and his 4 generals.
Yeah.
Which lines up with secular history.
See? But when you know the scriptures say, Esau, just off that alone, you fucked up. The scriptures say you add on to take away from the words, the Lord going to destroy your ass.
Oh,
man.
yeah, he's going to take your name out.
Yeah, so that alone, you fucked up. That alone, on top of the infinity other things you have done and still doing.
That's why the Edomites, the so-called white people, have no resurrection to life.
That's right.
After 1,000 years of hardcore slavery, they will be exterminated and a thing of the past.
All right.
It is written, and it's going to come to pass very soon.
Yeah, man. You gotta kill the cancer. They the cancer of the earth, man.
That leaven, you got fuck that shit. You got to get rid of it.
Yeah, you gotta get rid of cancer
Yep.
for things to get healthy again, man.
There's the nigga that destroyed the earth, man.
Then you got nerve to get mad when you tell, like, get your delusional bitch ass out of here, man.
Right.
Son of perdition.
Yeah, you
Son of perdition,
fucking American psycho, man. But go ahead.
Absolutely.
I looked up real quick. I looked up from the First Maccabees 12:21, Lacedaemonians, and I looked it up, and I put in 300 Spartan were Lacedaemonians, and it says right here were the Lacedaemonians, Spartans.
But they got a movie out called 300. Well, a bunch of damn Edomite looking motherfuckers.
Right.
Yeah,
It
but,
says.
but the book's like the book is Jake.
No, I seen that too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they had that book in Borders.
Oh, man,
I remember it. You remember? You look at these damn historical movies and stuff. You got the Edomite. They give you hair right there. This nigga got one braid in the hair. They give you hair right there. They Jake. But go ahead, brother.
It says Spartans were the only to be referred as Spartans and Lacedaemonians. All right, and which are the Jews, which is us. You know what I'm saying?
I got a little bit more. It says, First Maccabees 1:45. It says, and forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice, the drink offerings in the temple, and that they should profane the Sabbath and feast days, and pollute the sanctuary and holy people, set up altars and groves and shackles of idols, and sacrifice swine's flesh and unclean beasts, that they should also leave their children uncircumcised and make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanness and profaneness, to the end that they might forget the law and change all the ordinance. And whosoever would not do according to the king according to the commandment of the king, he said he should die. All right. So if you weren't following Antiochus' way, and you were trying to keep the law, statutes, commandments, you would get put to death. All right. Then even later on in the chapter, there was women who were circumcised their sons, and then if they found the Antiochus found it, those women and those sons would get put to death. You know, so you couldn't keep the law, statutes, commandments, so you were forced into becoming a Greek. So that's the history of how Jake became Greeks.
Right, and to back you up, we were just talking literally about the same time. This is 2 Maccabees 4, and I'm starting at 7. This is, but after the death of Seleucus, when Antiochus called Epiphanes took the kingdom, Jason, the brother of Anias, labored under him